What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Friday Finish Line. Thank you for joining me here on my YouTube channel where I take motivational quotes, use them on different topics, not only to inspire you guys, but you take these quotes and use them to inspire others. That being said, my topic of discussion today, being tired, feeling fatigued, just feeling out of it, and how I combat that and how you can combat it, and honestly, the root cause of it and kind of how you can limit it. All right, with that being said, I got one amazing quote for you guys today. Let's get started. All right, guys, a lot of you may be thinking, what do you mean by being tired? Like, what does tired look like in today's day and age? Because if you were people a little bit older than us, they probably have something to say like, oh, you guys don't know what tired is, and if you kids want to work, and if you kids understand, you've heard the spiel before. So it just like begs this idea that what kind of tired and fatigue are we experiencing now, and where is that coming from? I know a lot of you may feel sometimes like, oh my gosh, I'm getting so much sleep, I'm doing everything I need to do, but still I feel tired, I feel drained, and I don't feel like I should feel, like I should be feeling because of the things I've been doing or the way I've been sleeping and getting getting rest and taking care of myself. So I'm gonna kind of roll into this, but a lot of the times none of us, we don't really get a lot of sleep. One thing I heard recently was that if you want a good night's sleep, you need to be in bed an hour before you sleep, and then you get that 8 hours of sleep. So you really should be going to bed for 9 hours. In bed, not connected to anything, just ready to go to bed so that you can prepare your body to get into deep sleep. Because a lot of times none of us really fall asleep until 20-30 minutes later, and some of us maybe longer than that if you deal with insomnia or other conditions like that. So what I'm really going to get to the root cause of today is why we feel so tired, and what my opinion on why it is people feel so tired. And my reasoning is the phone and just the landscape of the information that we are being fed every single day. Because I don't know if it's the same experience for you, but for me, sometimes when I look at my phone too long, I just get like overwhelmed. I get this anxious feeling in my stomach, in my body, that like, oh my gosh, like what is happening right now? And all of us scroll, all of us are victim to this because it's just what it is. It passes the time, it kind of takes our mind off what's happening in the real world. But then the real world is on our phone because we need to be so informed, because we need to have so much information. It is a disservice to your fellow man or woman, human being, if you're not informed because you're not aware of what's going on and you're not able to, fight for what's right. But it's also a disservice to yourself because now that you're overflooded with information and opinions and just all the noise that's happening in the world, how can you really get back down to earth? How can you really, deal with what's happening in your own personal life if you're so caught up in what's happening in the external world? So that's what I feel has created this tiredness, this fatigue. It's that we're just so caught up in our phones and like what's going on. And I will let you know, like I'm no exception to this. I have dealt with this and I continue to deal with it because I need my phone, I need technology, and that's just the reality of it. And a lot of us do, no matter if you think you don't, you do. And so one thing that kind of occurred to me just recently was that there is a way to combat it. And that is, I would say investing in a good computer, and that's kind of what I've done recently. And kind of going back to the flip phone, I recently seen a phone, I believe it was a gentleman that helped create Motorola or something along those lines. He created a phone, it's called the Lifeline, and it's a nice flip phone. It looks chill. You could even get a flip phone if you wanted to, but I know that's not like beautiful in the sense, but hey, at least when you leave your home, you're not taking your computer with you. That's what your phone is. Your phone is a tiny computer and it is able to do amazing things. So it's really hard to not have it with you because you kind of need it. And so if you can find alternatives to get to that, and I think I will eventually get there. Just right now in my life, I'm trying to limit it, and I got the limiters on my phone. I try not to get on my phone when I first wake up, even though that's really hard. And one study, a leading cause of why we fall back asleep, why we're so tired when we first wake up, is because of the phone. That blue light, it literally is affecting us so much. Even my glasses now, I have blue light protectors, and I think everyone should have blue light protected glasses, especially if you're on your phone late at night, and because it gets closer as we get older. our eyesight does not get better, so it gets really close to taking it from someone who has terrible eyesight. So my quote I'm gonna leave you guys off with comes from Anne Lamott, and she says, "Almost everything will work again if you unplug it for a few minutes, including you." Disconnect, get outside. I don't know if you guys remember, but back when I was really young, there's Disney Channel, like get up, get out, get active. Like, people need to be outside more. People need to be just present more. Like, stop being on your phone when you're walking your dog. Stop being on your phone when you're walking around with your kids. Stop being on your phone when you're just around your friends. Like, disconnect, sit there, look around, be uncomfortable in these situations, because it will train your brain to stop needing your phone so much. It really train your brain to have its own dopamine and produce its own happiness. So what can you do to combat it? Leave some comments down below how you do. People would love to hear it. All right, thank you. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me here on Friday Finish Lines. I'll see you guys next week with a new video. I appreciate your time and I love, and yeah, have a great rest of your month. August is here and I'm wishing you guys the best. So I hope you guys are just taking the chance to relax, unwind, and have a vacation plan and are ready for this next half of the year. All right, I'll see you guys next week with a new video. Drink your water, stay safe.